I think one of the things that made the later phase of the MCU really special was its ability to make me care about the characters I didn't really care about before. Characters like Steve, Wanda, Vision, and most importantly, Thor. Now, I still haven't seen Thor or Thor the Dark World, and honestly, I don't think I have any intention to. He was always one of my least favorite members in the Avengers movies, and I remember being sorta happy that he wasn't in Civil War. But after the trailers for Thor Ragnarok gave me serious Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, which is by far my favorite MCU franchise, I went to see it and suddenly it clicked. I really liked Thor. Infinity War made my fondness for Thor grow even stronger. His pairing with Rocket as the man who lost everyone alongside the raccoon whose biggest crutch was the fear of losing everyone was really compelling to me. Despite being such a strong person, being a literal god, he kept on losing. And in the end, he got closer than anyone to taking down Thanos and saving the day, but he still failed. Until that day, every failure of his would be followed by success. In Ragnarok, he may have lost Asgard the place, but he saved Asgard the people, and finally became their king. But in Infinity War, he lost half his people, and even after all he went through to regain the power to fight Thanos, he still lost the following battle. At the beginning of Endgame, he had a chance to make things right. He went with the rest of the Avengers to take on Thanos, but it was too late. He killed Thanos that time, but what did that accomplish? Nothing. It was too late to save everyone and redeem his failure. What do you do when you've lost everything and then you lose again? How many times do you have to get knocked down before you stay down? When I was 14, I was sent away. 3 different programs, 3 different states, each one lasting so much longer than the last. When I finally came home from the last program at age 16, I felt like a god. I was finally free. But reality hit me like a fucking truck. Through each program I had undergone a significant body transformation due to very low portions and hours upon hours of manual labor. I was always a chubby kid beforehand, but never too heavy. But when I got home, I had no idea what to do with myself. It took the better part of a year for me to reconnect with any of my old friends, and while I eventually did and we're still close friends today, that year was really hard. In that last program, we were forced to be best friends with everybody, and since I didn't have to work on befriending people, I lost any sense of social skills I once had by the time I got home. I was completely alone. Even though I'd gone through so much, even though I had finally conquered it and escaped, all that was left for me was loneliness. And I coped with that loneliness through binge eating, and I just got fatter and fatter and fatter. So, needless to say, I could really relate to Thor's transformation in Endgame. At first I was disappointed that he was seemingly just the butt of the joke. But then this happened. I've seen criticism that Thor suddenly got his confidence back just from a quick conversation with his mom, but in my opinion, I don't think his mom was really the main factor. I think she gave him just enough hope to pursue the idea that he could recover. And when he held out his hand and Mjolnir came to his side, that's what gave him his confidence back. After years of losing himself and drifting deeper and deeper into his depression, he was still worthy. It's hard for me to express how powerful of a message that was to me. Every few months I get the news that another alumni of the programs I went to died, usually by overdose or suicide. Every time I see this news, I just have to wonder when it'll be me. But maybe, just maybe, I could still be worthy too.